Hi guys, it's Crystal. Welcome back to my channel. I know that I'm late and normally I am here in the morning time, but today I had to wait around the house waiting for a FedEx because I ordered a new sewing machine so we can start getting some sewing projects going. But that took all day, and then we were working on my niece's baby shower invitations, so we thought we'd knock those out first and then go ahead and come in at the end and show you guys how this is done. So I'm going to kind of come in here, swoop in, get this going, and so it's going to be really quick. So let's go ahead and jump right in. So the first thing we're going to start is design space. So this is what it looked like. This is what I'm using. This little elephant actually is going to go, let me actually move it to the front so you guys can see. Move to the front, just like that. That way you guys can see the pin in action and stuff like that, just creating how you would create something like this. So what I usually do is I just kind of go to Google, figure out what I'm looking for, and then I just kind of go from there and create what I'm wanting. So what I'm going to do is kind of grab this and scoot it out of our way and show you what I did. So the very first thing I did was I came down here to shapes. I grabbed a square, just like this. I am going to come up to the size and I'm going to change it 5 by 11. 5 by 11, 5 by 7. So the width is going to be 7. The height is going to be 5. So let me, wait. Width is going to be 7. Sorry, guys. Width is 7, height is 5. But why is that? I'm confusing my own self. Because I forgot to unlock it. Duh. Okay. Make sure you hit the unlock button. And so the width is going to be 7. The height is going to be 5. There we go. 5 by 7. Then you want to lock it back. Then what you want to do is I come over here and I kind of change it to whatever color cardstock that I'm working with. So that way I kind of see how it's going to play out. So we went with like this more mint color here. And then my next thing is I wanted an elephant. So I came into the images and I typed in elephant just like this, which is already there from where I typed it in earlier. It's going to be a little bit slow. Okay. So once here, you could just use any one that you wanted. I wanted one I could kind of build up in layers a little bit with cardstock. So I just kind of scrolled down. There's just tons and tons of these cute little guys until I found that one that I wanted. So let me see if I can't find it for you guys. Let's see which one. It had a little tutu right here. So this is the one that I chose, and it's free in access. So you're going to click on it, insert it. All right. So just like this. So what I did was kind of downsized it a little bit, but I played with it as I started to put my words out here. So just like that. Now I know that I want the tutu and the tiara to be pink. So I came over here to where those were, changed those to that pink that I wanted, just so those were already ready to go. These two grays are going to be the same, so I'm going to go ahead and come in here, click this one, and change it to that same gray, because I'm just doing that all the same. I left the black. I could slice it to where it's just this little eyepiece, but I didn't fuss with it because it's paper, it's cardstock, no big deal. So I left that layers, kind of set this here. Now when it comes to the font, you're just going to figure out how you want to. You could write it down on paper so you kind of have it figured out. Or like I said, go off of something that's already created on Google that you may see that you're already interested in. So what I did was you are invited. I'm just going to show you a few pieces and then we'll jump into working with the Cricut. So I came over to text and I started to type in you are invited to a invited. Okay, so you're invited to a, so that's what that, now the font that I use for this is A Little Sunshine, and that is, let's see, single layer cutting. It's free, totally free. It's not even Access. So if you're not an Access member, you do have this one. This is one of my favorite fonts. This is awesome for writing, and you'll see that here in a little bit. I'll kind of get y'all close up in there. It goes over it twice to really make it look good. So it does fill in this font for sure. So I just start to figure out my sizing, and I'll continue to change those as I go to get it to fit. So then for baby shower, and I could go ahead and write everything out and kind of bring it in if I want to, so I don't have to keep changing fonts, but I'm going to move over so y'all can see how I did the baby shower. So I come back to text. I'm going to type out baby shower, just like that. Now the font that I used over here was, let me see. Where'd it go? Right here. It is Edwardian script. It is also free in Cricut Design Space, so you don't have to be an Access member. It is completely free. So I will probably share this file so you guys can utilize it. You'll just need to change the font and make sure you attach it, which I'll show you here in just a minute. All right, so baby shower just like this. But I need to come back and change that B to a big B. All right, there we go. So then what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to come down here and zoom us in so I can see as I do the letter spacing. So I'm going to come up here to letter spacing and start bringing these in as close as I can until I can't bring them in anymore. Once again, like when I first started, you would think that that's just how that font is, but you need to bring the letter spacing in. So you don't want them to overlap. So once it comes to this point, you'll stop. I come to advance, I hit ungroup to letters. And then now I'm going to start sliding these over. I'm going to use the arrow over my laptop. And when I can't do that, I'll grab it with my mouse and very carefully scoot those over. So this B should be able to go over just like that. And then same thing with these. Now sometimes I'll grab 2 of them at a time if they're already attached. So just like that. And I may want to bring this one in just a little bit closer. All right, all of these look good, so I'm going to grab all those, slide them over. And I think I want to fix this R. It's just a little bit off. All right, just like that. Once I'm happy with it, which I want to bring this whole shower, I'm going to select it all, scoot it over with my arrow on my laptop. Then I'm going to select it just like this, and I'm going to come down here and hit weld. So that is how you're going to get that really nice cursive font. So then you're going to get that next piece in here, and you're going to size that to however you want it to be. So say I was happy with that. Now so I'll just continue to keep going. Let me zoom y'all back out a little bit here. I would continue to keep going, adding all my stuff here. All right. I would just continue to change the sizings on these to kind of get them to fit. I may up my elephant, bring them down. And then you want to go in and you want to change all these to a write file. So I'm going to click on them. And what I'm going to do is click on it over here, change it to a write file. And I set them all to that same black pen. If you're wanting different colors of pens, make sure you set those now. So if I wanted this one to be gold, I'd want to do that now. So that way they'll switch off. But I'm going to do them the same. And do a write file just like that. All right. So you'll notice when the cursive font, it's got these pieces where you're going to fill it in. So it's not going to fill it in for you, but you can take a gel pen, the same Cricut pen, and just go in with it, which I'll show you all that here in just a minute. So now we're ready. So say we've got this all filled out. Your next step is going to be, you're going to want to come over here, move your elephant out of the way. So say we've already got it filled out. You're going to move this out of the way because that is a cut file. These are already ready to go with the, let me make sure, double check they're ready for a, so let me detach it so I can show you. Okay, so just like this, I'm going to make sure that these are right files. So these are all ready to go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select it and I'm going to attach. So that way, when this square cuts out, it's going to write on here and it's not going to separate here in just a minute. Okay, so now we're ready to go over to, let me go ahead and change this to the same gray. Make sure these are the same. There we go. So that way that's the same. And now let me go ahead and delete this so that way it don't come over here. All right, so say we are ready to take it over to the map. We're going to click make it. And this is what it's going to look like. So here's our gray pieces. You got your little pink pieces. Your, so on and so forth. Now, if you were doing a bunch of these at the same time, what I do, because on an 8.5 by 11 sheet, you can cut this twice. I just put 2 pieces on the mat of this, so that way they'll both be here. You'll come over to your material size and change it to an 8.5 by 11, so that way it can perfectly fit there. And it's going to freeze up a little bit. Okay, same thing with this. I would change this. This is, I don't want to mirror it. You're going to change all these to an 8.5 by 11. Now, you don't have to, but if you were doing a ton of them at a time, that way they can fill in. It'll get another mat going. So that's just how you're going to do that. So I hope that makes sense. All right, so let's go ahead and start loading these. I'm going to switch the camera and I'll check comments really quick. Like I said, sorry guys that I'm kind of coming in quick and I'm all over the place. I've been a mess today. Okay, so I've got you guys switched here. Let's go ahead and get this one going. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this first one, which is going to be the gray, and I'm going to go ahead and load it on the mat here. All right, let me take y'all back over to Design Space. We're going to click Continue. And then I'm just using the Recollections cardstock from Michaels, and I use that and Hobby Lobby. If you're choosing those, make sure you just click light cardstock, 60 pound, that's more than enough. So it's telling us to put our fine point blade in. We're going to switch back. I've already got the blade that I use for my paper in here. And then I'm going to load it just like that. And we're going to hit go. So while that's going, I'm going to go ahead and come over and check some comments. Hi, Erica. Aw, it's Trin's birthday. Happy birthday, Trin. Hi, Crystal. Yay, finally made it. Yay, Tina. I love tunes, nephew. Hi, Crystal. Hi, guys. Okay, thank you guys for coming. Like I said, I'm so sorry. Hopefully it's not freezing up too much or anything because it shows like a yellow stream health. So hopefully everything is still going good. Let me go ahead and zoom y'all in a little bit more so y'all can see the cutting here. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to unload that. And then all you're going to do is piece by piece, you're going to just take this off just like that. And what I do is just kind of bend my mat a little bit, and I just start popping these off just like that. Now, when you're doing a bunch of these, you're going to have a bunch of these, like there's some tiny pieces from the eyelashes here. I just take my scraper tool and scrape them all off at once. But since there's just these two, I don't have to worry about it. So I'm going to set those aside. Let me zoom y'all back out a little bit. I'm a little too close. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and load our next piece, which is going to be the pink. And I'm going to use a scrap piece. That way I don't waste a big old piece here. Just so you can see how we did that before. See how there was a bunch cut out? I just lined it up there and it cut them all out at the same time. So I'm going to get this lined up here. Just like that. Load it. All right, and then I'm going to hit the go button. Hi, Guadalupe. Where did I get the elephant? It is in Cricut Design Space. When I get done with this video, it's at the very beginning. I started it out pretty quickly, and it is free. You don't even have to have Cricut access. It's completely free. Just type in elephant in the images. Okay, so that is ready. I'm going to unload it. So this one's going to be easy. This is just the tutu and the crown. So just like that, go ahead and get that off. All right. Now the next piece that we have here is the, okay, it wants to write already, but I'm going to skip it and go ahead and go to the black piece. Get it down. This is going to be our background. This is the piece I was telling you. We could have sliced it and just had the eye, but like I said, it's cardstock. It's no big deal. Going to load that. All right, we're going to hit go. All right, just like that. All right, so here is our other piece of our elephant. I'm gonna get this out of the way. All right, so our last piece is gonna be the writing. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this down. I think this should be big enough to fit here. So I'm just gonna use this scrap piece here, but normally you would have the whole 8.5 by 11 if you were doing a couple at a time. So I've kind of got this on the mat here. So I'm gonna load it. Now at this point, it's going to tell you, I'm going to switch all over here. All right, just like this. I think it's frozen on this one, so I can't really show you guys that camera. I don't know why it's frozen right there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, at this point, you would want to load your pen, but make sure you test your pen on a piece of scrap paper first. Let me show you that really quick, guys. Let me grab my paper back. All right, so you want to take a piece of scrap paper and test your pen first. So that way you can make sure it's really good and ready to go. So you're going to load it just like that, and we're ready to go. So this is now you're going to be able to see it drawing, and I'll kind of get y'all closer with that.